All right, so we are getting the comments in and we are able to see it. We're missing some information, of course. The only thing we're doing is just displaying the comment from here. And the other thing is we are able to create it from the front of the website of the CMS. We are not able to do any CRUD right now here, like delete, edit, or approve, or anything like that. But what we will be doing on this lecture here is relating this comment to the post. We're going to put the title of the post here, and when we click on it, it's going to take us to that specific post. It's going to be great, all right? So let's go ahead and start doing it right fast, right there. Let's go to admin includes view all comments. And here where you see the heading right here, all right, of this table, we're gonna go after status, we're gonna go to in response to this some title right there. All right, so that would be right here, static, some static HTML there and PHP. We're gonna remove that and make sure that we have a query. So let's send the query in. The first SQL that we're gonna be writing is to select everything from posts. We're gonna bring some data from posts where what? The column post ID equals, do you remember what we did with the post ID when we submitted that comment? We saved it somewhere right here. This is where we saved it when we submitted the form. All right, so if you want to, if you are lost, make sure that you go back to the home site right here, to this lecture where we created this little form here. Every time we send the form, we are also sending this parameter right here, right? And then we are saving it in this comment post ID that we are bringing out of the database right now. All right? So now that we have that, what we need to do is send it in. So we're gonna select post ID query, and we're gonna send it in MySQLi query. All right, and we're gonna send it in with a connection. All right, and we're gonna use a while loop to loop through that result set. Well, to get that result set back. MySQLi fetch. We're gonna use this function to bring back, well, not back, to bring in. And I always have an issue with this fetch FTCH. The FTCH is really hard for me to get it in my mind. Anything related to TCH, it's something that for some reason, I guess, language barrier, that because I speak like 3 languages, is a problem. So when you see me struggling with that, know that that's what it is. So I still got some learning to do. All right, hopefully you can forgive me for that. So we're gonna get the post ID out of the database. We're gonna assign it to a variable. We're gonna get the post title out too. And this time my hands are going faster than my mouth. Right there. Perfect. Right? So hopefully we didn't make any mistakes. If we did, we will probably be debugging in a minute. But right now, let's get this going. Let's echo this out here. And we need a link right here. So first, let's go ahead and see if this is actually displaying somehow, right? Let's go ahead and check it out. Admin comment, and it's already displaying. Beautiful. As you can see here, we go back, we see this example 3 right here. So when we click on it, so that means that this comment is related to that. You see it? All right. Perfect. So it's coming in. Let's get a link here. href. Let's close it. And let's get the closing tag for that link. And let's put that right in the middle here. Right there. Let's make sure that we don't make a mistake here. And we're gonna send this outside twice because we gotta come out of the admin and then includes and go to the root, and that's gonna be that post.php, and it's gonna be p underscore id equals the post id. Hopefully we get it right. All right. So if you didn't understand what I did, I'm gonna recap a little bit right now. If not, just forward it and you should be good. All right, so what we did here is that we are making a query from post, where post ID, which is the column in the database, in the table, all right, equals the post ID. This post ID, we are getting it from this field right here. And this field contains the post ID from here. As you can see, this comment right here we have this URL parameter right here, right? And when we submit the form, we are picking it up and saving it in the common post ID field. And when we save it in there, so we have that value, right? In this case, let's say for example, we have the 34 here saved there. So when we are making this request right here, we are saying, I want you, right, to select all the posts where the post ID column is equal to that post ID, whatever post ID we pass it, we are on, right, when the loop is going around. So right now, if we have 20 of them, every time we click on the link right now, it's going to send it to that specific post ID. So anyway, let's go to the back here and let's refresh. And as you can see, we have the link. If we click it, we go to that specific post. All right, so let's test this again, and let's just actually make a post, make a comment on one of these posts, right? Actually, we have some posts here. We just have to make comments on them. This one, let's make a comment on this one here. Example post 2, and let's send in a comment, and let's call ourselves Sandra. Yeah. We are actually using girls' names now because we have some girls or some women taking these courses, and we have to use them also. Why not? All right. Ed, and I'm not gonna say anything bad, right? Ed, I think your course is good. All right. Submit. Perfect. Submit it. Let's go and check it out if it is submitted. And we can see that Sandra submitted the post. Beautiful. And let's go to admin and let's go to comments. Let's see it right here. It's unapproved, of course. If we click on it, it would take us to that post. Perfect. We click back. Let's go to posts. All right. Perfect. So we can see that here. And its ID sits example post 2 in response to this post. Perfect. This is looking better and better every time. So we are done with this, relating this table with the post table. And on the next one, we're going to start doing this CRUD right here. All right. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you on the next lecture.